Hi, Marianne Croce here from Small Biz Vantage and the creator of 3 Day Weekend System. I'm glad to be here each and every week to do these lives with you. I call them Auto Shop Success in 15 minutes, and I do them for a couple of reasons. One of them is for you to be able to look at your business from that 30,000 foot view. A lot of times what I find is business owners, shop owners in particular, they're so busy caught up in the day-to-day that they don't have time to look at their business that way. And it is so valuable. So 15 minutes a week, it's a great time to set aside to invest in yourself, your team, your business. And the second reason I do this is I leave you with one action item each and every week to take. You'll hear me say this all the time when I present or on a live. The magic is in the doing. That's where you get the results. You can listen to me, you can listen to a podcast, read a book, listen to somebody present, but the value is what you take away and how you implement that. So I'll share with you one action item each and every week. What this does is this actually creates these small shifts, small changes in your business. That's what makes the impact and the ripple effect when you're consistent about it. So, a question that I commonly get asked is, Marianne, who do you work with? And I work with single location auto shop owners. Many of them will come to me because they just feel like they're in what I call overload. They feel like the business is consuming them and they want to stop going 24/7 and they want to have a life without sacrificing their business. So that's where I come in and I help. So let's get started. If you find this valuable, please share it with another shop owner, manager, leader that you believe it can help. This is a very giving group. So this week's topic is time to let a customer go. Have you ever run into that? I want to ask you a question. Have you ever had a customer who drains way more energy than they're worth? You probably can even think of a name. They blame your shop for things that are outside of your control. They're never satisfied. And somehow they take up your head space, even when you're not at work. You'll go home and you'll tell your family about that customer. You'll be, doing something at home and you'll still be thinking about them, right? So most shop owners that I talk to have dealt with it. And here's the truth. Sometimes the best move for your business and your team is to let that customer go. And today, I want to show you why it matters and what you need to do before you take that step and how to handle it with professionalism so that you can protect your shop and your sanity. So if anyone has had that happen to them, you can put it in the chat. It's happened to many. It's happened to me. I am a shop owner since 1999, and I still am a shop owner. So I deal with real world situations all the time. So let's do a deeper dive into this. Selling is really serving. So here is a mindset shift. Selling is not about saying yes to everyone who has a vehicle, everyone who has a personal vehicle, everyone who has a work vehicle. Everyone who owns a vehicle is not your customer. Think about it when it comes to food choices. Like, just do this for a minute with me. Some people will grab fast food, and that's all they'll ever do. Other people want that local sit down restaurant, maybe a diner or a place that all the locals go to. And some would rather go for fine dining. So each comes with different expectations and different experiences. Your shop is no different. The customers you want to serve are the ones who align with your values, your process, and your standards. If someone doesn't fit, you're not serving them or your team by forcing the relationship. In fact, you're taking time and focus away from your best customers, the ones that do value what you offer. I mean, isn't that the truth? I can think of so many times in our early days of opening our business, our early stage of business, that there were actually customers that would come in and tell us how the transaction was going to go. And I had to learn very quickly that that's not the way it works. So letting go of the wrong customer is not rejection, it's leadership. It's protecting the experience for the right customers who are a great fit. Now, why does this matter? Why does this matter? Well, you're protecting your team. One toxic customer can really drag down team morale. Think about it. Even your team members will feel that heaviness of that customer, and they'll be talking about it all day long. Another thing is you're protecting your reputation. Complaints and blame eat away at confidence. Can you imagine a service advisor on the front counter and experiencing a customer like that on a regular basis? They feel defeated. Confidence goes down, and now they need to talk to the next customer, and they don't have the confidence because they've just been verbally or emotionally beaten up by someone else. And here's the other thing of why it matters. You're protecting your energy. If they're living rent-free in your head, they're already costing you too much. So here's the thing. What does one draining customer cost you in time and focus that you could be spending on how many customers? Great customers. Is it 5? Is it 10? Think about it. What does it cost you in time and focus that you could really be spending on other customers? So let's go into what is needed. Let me know if this is resonating with you. And I want to go into now what's needed. Clarity is the first thing that's needed. Recognize that they are not your customer. The next one is confidence. Stand firm that with what is best for your shop. You have to stand firm and say, this is best for my shop. You have to be confident about it. And confident doesn't have to be arrogant or fresh or rude. It can be just very matter of fact. And consistency. Have a simple, professional response ready. So how do you do this? I want to give you an example. Here's an example of what you or your team would say. First of all, you want to be brief. We don't believe we're the best fit for your future service work, for your future service needs, whatever you feel comfortable with. Then you're going to be professional. We recommend finding another shop that may better align with your expectations. And you're going to be final. We wish you well. This isn't a long debate. There's no guilt, just a polite way to close this. That's it. So, what are the types of scenarios? You may be thinking to yourself, well, Marianne, that's easier said than done, but customers may kind of push back a little bit. So if they do push back, what do you mean? What do you mean I can't come to you anymore? It's important that you feel confident, and we're not the best fit for that. What if they try to guilt trip you? I've been doing business with you for a long time. Then you say something, here's a great example. We appreciate the history, but it's time for you to get the service experience you're looking for elsewhere. Or they can accuse you of something or get really angry. Well, you didn't do right by me, or, something. You have to fix this. I understand this is upsetting, but this is our final decision. This is it, and we wish you the best. In other words, I stayed very calm during all of these. If the customer is excelling and getting heated, you're very calm and matter of fact, and then they know that this decision is final. So play these out in your own shop with your team, with people that are customer facing, and really get yourself comfortable with it. So I always talk about having a 1 week action step because, right, the magic is in the doing. So take a few minutes to think, do you have one customer who drains your energy or your team's morale? Think about it and write down the words that you would use if you had to let them go. Use that process that I said. And here is the pro thinking tip, because I always leave you with that. Firing a customer is not rejection. It's making space for the right customers, the ones that value your shop, your team, and the experience that you're providing. Because selling is about serving the right people, protecting your team, protecting your focus, and your shop will really thrive. Now, I want to be very, very clear. I'm not talking about a customer that you've been working with and they're going through something that's really hard for them right now, or they're not their usual self, right? That takes compassion and that takes a little bit of understanding. They may be off. A customer that you've been working with for years, suddenly now they may have memory issues and they're a little bit rough around the edges. You might be dealing with a family member. That's not what I'm talking about, those one-off where you're going to help them or you're going to work it out with the family. I'm talking about the customers that are not the right customers, the customers that just suck everything out of you. So that's it for this week's Auto Shop Success in 15 minutes. I'm glad that you're here. And again, if you find it valuable, please share it with another shop owner. So have an enjoyable week.